in a moment the kilometer counter on these ON Cloudsurfers will pop over the 500, which means it's time for a review. Cloudsurfers were my training shoes for the Rotterdam Marathon.
I didn't only run on asphalt on these shoes, I also run on gravel paths, sand paths and some light trails. Before that, they were my treadmill shoes. So yeah, you can say I tested them. So let's talk about how they fit. I see myself as somebody with a pretty wide foot and a low to medium low arch. My feet are happy in the Cloudsurfer, especially my little toe, which is crushed in a lot of shoes, is happy in this shoe without being crushed here on the side. This is a size 48, it's a UK 12.5 and it fits really nice. It kind of is the same as the Brooks, this is 47.5. They're the same, this one has a little bit more space probably because it's a half size bigger. So yeah, if you normally run on a Brooks Cloudsurfer, on Cloudsurfer will fit as well. Having said that, my big toe is happy in the ON Cloudsurfer. I also have the Trail Ultra from ON, and then although it's the same size, my big toe is a little bit crushed. So there is somehow a difference between the road shoes with kind of like the soft mesh on top and the trail shoes who have a little bit more protection at the front. They feel different size-wise. Shower time. Okay, let's talk about cushioning because you know I like a little bit of softness in my shoes. Some softness because the idea is that a shoe propels you forward, and if the shoe gets too soft, it's not happening. You don't have any return of energy when you land and you want to move forward again. I think this Cloudsurfer is a nice mix with their little air pockets. They felt comfortable on every long run I did. They felt comfortable with speed work. Then again, when I run the marathon on the Cloudsurfer 2, I have to say around 30-35 kilometers, my feet start to hurt a little bit. I'm a trail runner mostly. I do my speed work on asphalt. I do some long runs on asphalt, but never a full marathon. So it can have to do with me not being used to run on asphalt as well. Having said that, you know that carbon plates have more effect if you're faster. If not, check out the video I made about it. So I ran the Rotterdam Marathon on these shoes and I was still able to run 20 minutes faster than I did when I was 22 years old. So they They're fast, they're nice, but yeah, not a race shoe, more an everyday training shoe. More talking to do, so let's get a sugar kick. Which brings us to durability. For me, the most important thing when I buy a pair of shoes, not just because shoes are actually pretty expensive, but because I like nature, I like to preserve nature. So the longer a pair of shoes last, the less often you have to buy shoes, the better it is for nature. This is the damage after 500 kilometers. As you can see, the outside of the heel, I pronate, is totally gone. There's not a lot of sole left. The front part is still good. I kind of like land on the outside on the back and I roll over to the inside. You see a little bit wear and tear here, but yeah, definitely the back is gone. The cushioning for me still feels nice, and I still take these shoes out for runs like half marathons. As for the mesh with mostly road shoes, it's still totally perfect. It's just on the left shoe, my big toe is hitting against the mesh, so you see a little bit damage, mostly actually caused from the inside. So far I've been testing trail shoes for you guys, so this is the first road shoe that's in the test. I really like it as an everyday trainer. My comparison is the Brooks Glycerin. It's a little bit wider, the Cloudsurfer. This goes a little bit more small, so for the fit I actually prefer the Cloudsurfer. Also for the cushioning, although the Glycerin has a nice bouncy sole, I actually really like the Cloudsurfer more. Last, the Cloudsurfer is a little bit lighter as well, so I would pick the Cloudsurfer over the Glycerin for, let's say, all my road training. For races, like I said, it's not a typical race shoe. If you're a fast runner, you want to get something fast for a race. If you're a medium of the pack, sometimes even back of the pack runner like me, the Cloudsurfer is a really nice run for everything from a park run to the marathon. Does that mean I'm gonna run the Antwerp Marathon, my last marathon of the year, on the Cloudsurfer as well? I'm not 100% sure, because Mountain Coast sent me these babies and I really want to try them out as well. Maybe you haven't heard of Mountain Coast yet. They're a relatively new brand. They haven't been on the European market that long and they mostly focused on ultra running. They will be on the International Running Expo in November in the Rai in Amsterdam. So if you want to try them out, definitely go and have a look. I like to run on these guys.